Hi, it's Dr. Karen here with Price Physical Therapy, and I just wanted to go over some maneuvers here in the kitchen that are very common. You may not realize how your body moves when you're actually going to get something out of the lower tray in the dishwasher, okay? So we talk about this when we talk about normal movement. We have to keep ourselves balanced. So our body has learned the best way to do that, and if we go against that, oftentimes what we're doing is we're creating a lot more effort for ourselves. And a person after a stroke can actually be causing themselves a lot more work if certain aspects of the body are not moving or not free to move the way they used to, all right? Let's take, for instance, I want to get something out of the bottom rack. I want you to see where my pelvis goes and where my shoulders go, okay? As I come forward, my shoulders come down, my hips go out and back, okay? And I can pick up a dish, all right? Doing this, when the pelvis does not shift the way it's supposed to, you might see something like this. Do you see the difference? I'm bracing my hips in the neutral backward position, but I'm not letting them carry on backwards, and I'm having to hold my weight up the whole while I'm going down, all right? That's a lot different than being able to do this, all right? And that's what therapy's for. A therapist should be able to talk with you about how your body should be moving in accordance to the way it used to move before. Now, if your pelvis gets stuck, rotated backwards, which happens during stroke oftentimes. It can also happen when somebody has tight hamstrings, okay? The low back gets flat, this part, all right? But there's no shifting, so that when I actually move forward, my pelvis is tipping forward, like a bowl tips forward. My pelvis tips forward, and then my weight shifts back, all right? If my pelvis is stuck in a backward position, I'm going to use all my trunk range and maybe try to bend my knees to get myself down there to get a plate. Do you see how much more work that is? And sometimes when a person's had a stroke, a lot of these activities done in an abnormal way, because that movement has not been recovered, causes a lot more energy and fatigue. So that can all play into why a lot of people who've had a stroke are feeling the fatigue that they do. They're working so hard during the day, whereas if they learned about normal movement patterns and their therapy and exercises try to improve that, you get a lot further with a lot less effort. That's why normal movement became normal movement, because our brains decided what was the easiest, most effective, and most efficient way to move.